Last episode, we defined relations, ran off a migration, and proved the tables exist in Postgres. NeighbourHub has a data foundation. Now we need to give it an API, the endpoints that clients call to create, read, update, and delete data, right? In this episode, we generate those endpoints with one click and then test them live right inside Dartform. Let's go. So in Serverpod, endpoints are dark classes that live in your server package. Each public method on an endpoint class becomes a callable API method, something your Flutter client can call over the network as if it were a local function. Now, Serverpod generates the client-side code for you, so there's no manual HTTP, no JSON parsing, no REST routes to define. You just call the method. Dartform takes this further. It can scan your models and generate the full endpoint file with common CRUD methods already written and ready to use. Let's see it. Now from data modeling, click the endpoints tab. The endpoints panel has two views, generator and tester. Right now we are on the generator. The left side shows two sections, models without endpoints. These are your models that don't have an endpoint file yet, and existing endpoints, any endpoint files Dartform has already detected in your project. You'll see all your NeighbourHub models sitting in the models without endpoints section because we haven't generated anything yet, right? Now let's generate the first one fully so you can see exactly what happens. Check the first model, click generate. Dartform is creating an endpoint dart file in your server packages endpoints directory. It's writing 8 methods around 8: create, getById, getAll, delete, update, count. Now let's look at what was actually created. You just click the button. You just click the button open in VS Code next to the endpoint, and this will jump directly to the generated file. This is a real dart file in your project. It's not a black box, not hidden somewhere, just right there in your server package, ready to read, extend, or customize. Notice what's not in this file. Any business logic. These are clean, crude methods, the real logic of your app, validation, permissions, custom queries. That's yours to add. Okay? Dartform gives you the boilerplate, you own the rest. Back in Dartform, this model has moved from models without endpoints into the existing endpoints section. Now, what if you already have endpoints written by hand or endpoints from a previous project? Dartform scans for those automatically. So you click the refresh icon at the top of the panel. Dartform reads your endpoints directly and lists everything it finds with each method's signature, its return type, and whether it was generated by Dartform or written manually. And if you need to regenerate an endpoint, maybe you added a new field to a model and want the endpoint updated, you just click regenerate. If Dartform detects that you've made changes to the file since it was generated, it warns you fast, okay? So this is important. Regenerating updates the generated methods. Any changes you make directly to those generated methods will be overwritten. But here's what makes Dartform smart about this. If you add your own custom methods to the endpoint class, Dartform detects them. It knows what it generated and knows what you wrote yourself, and it only updates its own methods, leaving yours completely untouched. So you're free to extend your endpoints with as much custom logic as you need. Add methods, add business logic, add validations. Dartform will never overwrite what's yours. Now let's generate the rest of the NeighbourHub endpoints. Select all the remaining models and generate them all at once. Every model now has an endpoint. NeighbourHub's API exists. Now, before we can call any of this, one more step. Now the Flutter client knows about every endpoint we just created. Now let's test one. The endpoint tester is a built-in API client. It reads your compiled client package, discovers every available endpoint and method, and lets you call them directly. So you don't need Postman or call. Now click the tester tab. On the left, you'll see all your endpoints organized by class, and inside each one, each one every method. Let's make our first API call. So the tester reads the method signature and builds a form automatically, one input field per parameter, typed correctly based on what the method expects. You can also click autofill, which automatically it autofills, and you get to change whatever you need to change. And Dartform will populate the fields with smart defaults based on field names. You can now click send request. And there it is, a green status, a response time, and the created record returned as JSON with the ID that Postgres assigned it. Let's call getAll to confirm the record is there. And there is our record in the database returned through the API without touching a single line of networking code. One more thing, getById with the ID from our first call. So every method works, every response is real data from Postgres. Now, we went from no endpoints to a working, testable API in one episode. So in the next episode, we generate the Flutter data layer, the repositories, data sources, and result types that connect your Flutter app cleanly to this backend. So if you haven't downloaded Dartform yet, guys, the link is in the description below. If this was helpful, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I'll see you in episode 6.